Welcome back once again to the Terre Haute mayoral debate. We're back now with some questions regarding quality of life. And our question is, what quality of life initiatives could help grow Terre Haute? Mayor Bennett, you have 60 seconds.
You know, the example we talked about earlier with this athletic complex, the improvements we're going to be making to Hertz Rose Park, to Ray Park, to Fairbanks Park, and to Deming Park with the new pool. All those things go towards that quality of life. There has to be things that are fun, make it fun for the people that live here, the people that visit us. You know, every community is competing against each other for these people and these jobs. And so you have to do something to make yourself stand out. There's typically not a lot of money for these quality of life initiatives. That's usually you don't quite get to what you'd like to do because you're paying to do the basic services. We've been fortunate to have READY available and ARPA and Future Ready funds, casino funds coming to the city. That's what we're going to use those dollars for. We don't need them for the budget. We don't need them to do anything except improve that quality of life for the people that live here, the people that visit us, and hopefully the people we recruit. It's a challenge, and we're up to that challenge, and we're delivering on a daily basis.
And Mr. Sackbun, you have 60 seconds.
You know, the question of quality of life is always kind of a little bit jarring because quality of life means something different to all of our viewers on the couch right now. For some, it's paying that sewage bill, and for others, it's a chance to take a walk in the local park. From a city perspective, the overall quality of life initiatives I'd like to start is a massive overhaul of our inner city parks, the parks that have been just a little bit neglected compared to other parks in the city. I'd start there, basketball courts, of course, because we live in the state of Indiana, and also a riverfront district quality of life initiative focused on a mixed-use, mixed-income river, a place where young professionals, seasoned voters, of course, and all alike can shop, can dine, can drink if they'd like, can enjoy a walk along the river. It's untapped potential for the city of Terre Haute and a quality of life initiative that would set us apart from our competitors.
All right, we're going to turn now to leadership, and we actually have a question submitted by one of our viewers. Jenny C. asks this: what would you say are the top 3 factors or principles that will guide decisions you make for Terre Haute? Mr. Sackbun, you get to begin with this question. You have 60 seconds.
During my time with the 75th Ranger Regiment, I made incredibly large decisions with other nations, with the national government here in the United States of America. And I always thought it through this way. What is kind of the logos, the logic, the data-driven models that are kind of driving us to and from a decision? What is the ethos, the credibility of the person asking for the decision to be made? And what is the pathos, the emotional appeal, the emotional outcome of that decision? Balancing those factors, using a hand-selected team that is qualification-based, the best, the brightest, the most driven in the city of Terre Haute, I am confident that we can make the right decisions for how I will lead as the mayor of Terre Haute, Indiana.
Hey, Mayor Bennett, you get to respond with 60 seconds.
So I've always subscribed to servant leadership. There's nothing that I won't do that any of our employees are asked to do. You have to set an example, and we've done that. I think worked really hard to make sure that we're accessible. We listen to what people have to say. It's been interesting how much feedback we've received in the last few years on the city projects that we wanted to do. 2,000 people on the sports complex, 1,800 people on our Fairbanks Park project, all participating in the process. So you have to listen, you have to make sure you know what the needs of the community are, and then you have to manage that budget to make sure you can actually do that. So I feel extremely strongly about my team that I put together, and they've stayed the course with us. We've made tremendous progress, and what you can expect moving forward is common sense decisions, staying within our budget, and making this a better community on a daily basis.
Well, we are nearing the end of tonight's debate, and of course we want to give each candidate a chance to make their closing remarks. Since Mayor Bennett began the debate, we are going to give Mr. Sackbun the first chance for a closing remark, and you have 60 seconds, Mr. Sackbun.
For all of our viewers out there right now, whether you watch MSNBC or Fox News after this show, it does not matter to me. You are a neighbor. You are a fellow churchgoer. You are a resident of Terre Haute, Indiana. And I am ready and prepared to serve you, to lead our city into the future. You know, an old governor for the state of Indiana once said, sometimes you have to pull the weeds out to sow the seeds of opportunity and let it grow. When we look at the state of Terre Haute, Indiana right now, population decline, a median income for Vigo County that's 90th out of 92, we have to ask ourselves this question. After 16 years, can we allow 4 more years of this administration? Folks, Terre Haute, Indiana's got to change, and together we can turn Terre Haute around. Some of my policies and thoughts are available on my website, sacbunformayor.com. Feel free to reach out any way you'd like. I'd be happy to sit with you and discuss all the topics discussed tonight.
And Mayor Bennett, you have 60 seconds for your closing remark.
You know, I really enjoy my job every day. You know, you're dealing with problems. It's important that you solve problems and make sure that people get what they need as best you can. We've had more progress in the last 15 years than we've had in the last 50 in this community, and anybody will tell you that. Do we have challenges? Absolutely. Do all communities have challenges? But do you have a plan to address those? We absolutely do. We've just done so many different things, and there's still many to do, but we've done so many different things to make this a better community, and people tell us that. We've got people moving here through the Make My Moves program. 20 new residents are in our community now that are bragging about they should have found out about Terre Haute sooner. And so when we talk about all the negatives, that's not what gets us where we need to be. What we got to do is focus on those through our community plan, but we've got to sell this community. We've got to be positive about this community. And we've got a team of people that are working hard every day to ensure that that happens. I'm just thankful to be in this position. I'd love to serve again, and so I ask for your vote on November 7th.
Well, that is all we have time for tonight. We want to thank, of course, both candidates once again for taking part in this debate.
Yeah, we also want to thank all of our viewers who submitted questions. We got several, and we're so appreciative of that. And we also want to thank all of you who have watched this debate tonight. We encourage you now to go over to our website, mywabashvalley.com, for post-debate analysis with a legal expert. We certainly hope you have a wonderful night.